Hello, everybody, and welcome back, or welcome to King Note Gaming. It is I, King Note, and today we're back on my island of Fugue, my forever island, and we're going to be making the post office from the first game and the previous games in the series. I miss the post office a lot. I miss Pelly, I miss Pete, and I especially miss Phyllis because she was a real one. So I marked it on my map like that so I could see where the post office was, and it worked pretty well. Like, when you look at it on the map, it looks like a post office. Or a mail. It looks like a letter. But I'm going to be replacing that here with some wood flooring. And later on, I'm going to be making custom flooring just like the post office, which I'm going to have a couple of images here. That is what the outside looked like. It's like some promo art. You can see Phyllis up on the roof, and then Pete and Pelly getting all snugly at the bottom there. And that's what the outside of the building basically looked like in the game. And that's an illustration, but that's what it looked like. And then here's the interior of the building. And I tried, and I think I succeeded at replicating what the wood floor looks like in there. And I went a little bit I did a little bit different stuff with the interior, but you'll see that as we get to it. And here's where I starting on the custom designs for this build. This first one that I make is the flooring that I was talking about at the beginning. I was kind of quiet during the build itself because it's pretty self-explanatory. But here I am I'm trying to make it just a single tile that tiles because I don't want to have a ton of redundant paths in my custom designs, even though I really can afford it. I only make my own designs. I don't have a ton of them on my islands. In fact, I don't think I've ever once filled my entire custom designs on an island, which is probably crazy for most people who make a lot of dream addresses, but I do not use other people's work, not because it's not wonderful work, but it's not mine. You know what I mean? Anyway, here I am. The symmetry tool is a godsend, truly, and it just makes things so much easier to make even and symmetrical. And I played a lot with the colors in this and really made them super muted like the original from the first game. And it was really nice having a reference image of that. I probably could have gotten a better reference image if I would have taken a screenshot of my own game, but really now I am too lazy. And at this point I realized that I had to take down everything I just did, which is why I kind of skipped over it earlier and about talking about it, because I just laid out where I wanted everything, and then I started putting the tiles down everywhere. And I do adjust it a little bit as I go. When you make a tile, especially for flooring, that you need to repeat, or for wallpaper or whatever else, you really need to put it down and see how everything tiles together, especially with a multi-design kind of thing. And I do adjust it a little bit as I go, because once I get that second layer going in there, I notice that it doesn't tile like I want it to. Like in the original one, there's a whole bunch of the boards. They're long multiple squares, and they kind of go into each other, and I'm able to get that to work. But I think it's about here where I'm like, yeah, that's not tiling how I want it to. And also, screw it, I'm just going to take everything down. Because I was hoping I could just put path down in places and then re-put up the stuff, but my brain doesn't work that way. I needed to tear everything down first. And here I realize, oh yeah, no, I need that middle part to continue. Because there it looks more like the path, and then I do like opposites on each end, so it kind of like connects together in different ways and looks more cohesive. And then just tiny adjustments. Like making custom designs in this game is just a whole bunch of tiny, teeny back and forth adjustments, and it's kind of tedious, but once you get it down and it looks good, it's worth it. And now here we have Rolf watching me set everything back up again, which I did it a little bit different from the first time, so that's another reason I didn't really go into detail with it. I was just kind of figuring out the spacing and how everything would work, but here I am adding back in the arches and the cart and making sure I can still go through that area, because I still want to be able to use the train station as a shortcut. But I like the cart poking out there so you can see, like, oh yeah, they have some mail in the back. I think it looks cute. And yeah, I'm kind of skipping around here because there's a lot of points in which I was like trying to find another video to watch in the background or whatever. So there's going to be a few jumps in the footage. And also I'm going back and forth between my storage to get items. Alright, and now we're to the second part of the custom designs for this build, and that is the post office signage. So if you remember from the first image, the post office had like this lighted sign above the door, and I'm trying to kind of emulate that with some custom designs here. So I'm using like a green background with off-white letters, just like the post office sign from the game. And it took me a minute to go back and forth again with these guys, because when you fit several custom designs in a row that have to line up, it takes a little bit of fiddling. And now we're down to the last little parts, and sea bass pie, truly a game changer. I'm just cleaning up the front area here, moving some trees around, moving some flowers around. There's a lot of them. I actually got rid of most of my flowers on this island when I flattened it, and unsurprisingly, with the amount of time traveling I do back and forth, a lot of them came in. Anyway, I customized a ton of simple panels and short simple panels with those custom designs I made, so I could make the sign out front, which I think turned out really cute. I really like how it turned out, especially with the combo of the tall simple panels and the short ones, and obviously I made just a plain green one, and I think it looks super cute. I made the little mail icon as well, which I think really sells the post office vibes, and I really love how the flooring came out as well. And of course I added some more pathing just to connect it to my main road here. I was thinking about making a 9-tile path with the original GameCube kind of vibe for the stone path, but at the same time, I'm kind of unsold on it because I don't. You probably saw it in my custom designs things. I'm kind of working on it, but I'm on the fence. I kind of like how the normal path looks as it is. But yeah, lots of tree adjustments, and I was very frustrated I couldn't put a tree behind that building. So I kind of figured it out. There we go. But yeah, we're getting to the end here. I hope you enjoyed, and here's the outro with the glamour shots.